So I know what you're thinking. You haven't seen me in like, I don't know, 3 months. It's probably been 3 months, let's be honest. November, I had surgery. End of November, I had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. December, I had the flu, as well as I was not eating because my gallbladder needed to be removed on January 5th. So my health issues have been absolute just garbage. I really wanted to keep this to a reel, but I don't think it's going to make it into a minute because there's too much to say. Earlier today, I was expressing to one of my friends about this spiral. It turns out we never have upward spirals, right? We just have these like crazy downward spirals. And what I've been existing in is something called a shame spiral. So this is episode 5 of things you do that just make sense when you're grieving. And for today, the things that make sense are things that you do while you're grieving while also trying to recover from a lot of health issues. So if I was normally grieving and could possibly eat a normal amount of food, maybe I would have the wherewithal to put up with the nonsense that is going on right here. But I can't and I don't. So I'm struggling along through every day. I used to think I was a really bad bitch. Like I used to think that I was like really, I could handle anything and I was tough and I could help and support and love and develop and just do all the things for all the people. And I hope I'm still doing some of the things for some of the people. And I hope that some of you people right now might be watching this and think, you know what? She still can do some stuff for others. But I'm surrounded by unlisted inventory. I'm totally overwhelmed by it. Back a couple of years ago, having like 20 pieces of unlisted inventory for me was something that was out of control. I probably have about 2,000 or 3,000 pieces. This is what's listed, and it's a really good amount. And I have an entire basement full as well. I have about 15 or 20 bins full of listed inventory there for Kitizen. And it's just like, it's a whole thing, right? It's a whole thing. The shame spiral is a whole thing where you think you should be doing better. And now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to take pictures of this little stack right here for one of my awesome consignment clients through Kitizen. And I still don't think it's enough. I did organization for 3 or 4 hours today. I got through all of my things that I've been putting away that I'm like, oh, I'm definitely gonna for sure, I'm gonna get all this, that, and the other done. And I don't. I work better at night. I work better when my whole family's asleep. I work better when it's silent. I might put some music on though. But all this to say, this is off topic and people are gonna watch this video. And honestly, the reality is probably 80% of you watching this have already stopped watching because you're like, I don't really care what this girl has to say because who cares that her dad died and who cares that her health sucks and who cares that her life is hard. Life is just supposed to be hard. One of the greatest lessons that I imparted on anybody that I ever love is that life is hard, and that's the mystery they never tell us. They try to make it like life's gonna be easy, like we're all gonna just kill it, like we're all just gonna be great. We're all just gonna know what to do and pay our taxes. And I joke that we learned, the Pythagorean theorem, which is really helpful during Pythagorean theorem season, not tax season, right? Like, come the hell on, right? So today I was having kind of a little bit of a low and I was feeling a really big shame spiral. And my friend sent me something by a humorist and comedian, Kate Scott. You can find her on Quora. You can find her if you Google her. Her name is Kate Scott. And if you search Run the Dishwasher Twice by Kate Scott, you can read the whole thing. And it's really super short. And I'll add it in here at the bottom. But she said when she was going to therapy, the therapist was asking her like what was really holding her back. And she said, I don't have the energy to do the dishes. And my dishwasher sucks and it's a broken piece of crap and I can't run the dishwasher unless I wash the dishes first. And the therapist said, run the dishwasher twice or 3 times. And Kate Scott says, in her story that she was just really confused. Like, what do you mean? No, you run the dishwasher once. And the therapist just went on and it went into all these different facets of her life. And it was just, there are no fucking rules. When did we learn these rules that we can only run the dishwasher 1 fucking time? What the fuck? Who told us that? Who hurt us? Who made us believe that we had to do everything the exact right way 100% of the time, every time? Because I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Because I am not doing it right. I try every video not to cry and I tear up in every single video because of all the reasons I listed in 1 through 4 for the first few videos I did for my interview with Diane. I am not going to claim that Diane Lassonde and I are better friends than 150 other people out there. But I am going to tell you that she touched my life, and she's been posting, and her daughter's been posting, Jen has been posting updates on her health, and the cancer is back. And being that it is the same exact lung cancer staging and everything that my dad had, it's really hard because I want her to win. I want her to win, and it has zero to do with me. It has everything to do with her daughter, her children, her grandchildren, her friends, her family, her amazing husband. That's why I want her to win. And yes, there is that small part of me, this small selfish part that we don't like to talk about right here, that I would love for her to win for me too, because I need her staying alive in 25. And it's just hard, right? Life is hard. And she did that interview with me, and I was so blessed that her and Jen did that with me. And I'm going to count that as one of those life-changing moments for me, for my life and for the year 2023. And I wrote her a text and I said, I expect no response because you're probably getting a million text messages following this YouTube video. And she wrote me back and she said, "You are worthy. I love you." I don't remember the last time someone told me I was worthy. They're such simple words and they mean so much. So what I learned from that experience and that exchange of text messages is that we have to show up for other people, and we have to tell them we love them. We have to tell them why we love them, and we have to tell them why we're so freaking proud of everything that they are doing and accomplishing in this world. So if you need me to tell you why you're great, DM me, text me, call me, put a comment at the end of this, and I will tell you why you were great. Because you are. And life is the hardest thing we do, and not one damn one of us gets out of this shit alive. And that sucks. Because I can eat kale, and I can drink only water, and I can say no more of my favorite wine, and no more eating Dove chocolates, and it's not going to change a damn thing. Because at the end, none of us get out alive. So I spent 4 videos doing the things that happen to us when we're grieving. And one of the ones that I always go back to is I think about my dad and how he got to die. I told my mom a couple weeks ago as I'm recovering from this last surgery that it's not going well. I'm not responding well to any of the medications for the bowel stuff that I have going on, and I'm not eating very much, and I'm really, really struggling with keeping weight. Now, if you'd have told me 10 years ago that I'd be struggling with keeping weight on, I would have thrown a party that would fill this whole room. We would have had a DJ. And now today I'm like, well, I got to gain like 5 pounds. Because each time I go to the doctor, I've lost a few more pounds. And I haven't shared with everybody, but what the hell, I tell everyone everything. Anyway, I have a history of disordered eating. So losing 5 pounds for me, for the majority of my life, would have been a victory that would be seldom not celebrated with grandeur. But here I am, like, if I could just really enjoy a sandwich, or if I could just really want and eat some cereal or a salad or even pizza or a steak or whatever, right? And so we're just going through this struggle of me not being able to find food that stays down. And I have another few doctor's appointments, and one of my best friends is going through some stuff with her health that I'm going to be standing by her for. And we've got some situations with some legal stuff with some important people in my life. And it's just hard. So again, being a person, the hardest thing we do. And I told my mom, with all this in conclusion, I said, it's like a part of me died when Dad died. And I didn't know how she was going to respond when I said that, because I don't always know how people are going to respond to the crazy, like, realities that come out of my face. And she responded with just a very simple, "I think you did." Because that's how I feel. That's the thing about grief that no one tells you. A really big chunk of you dies with the person. And it's not just the part of you that was around them, right? It's not just, like, for me, the father-daughter relationship. It's not just the being able to call them anytime, being able to send them a message or a funny meme or annoy the crap out of them at the holidays. It's this whole other part of me too. I had this therapist tell me when I was so I was having really bad panic attacks when he first died. And so I had to go to a panic disorder like specialist. I did 8 sessions with her. And what she ultimately told me was, I feel like I'm an orphan, and that's what the mentality happens to us no matter what our age is when we lose a parent. And at first I thought she was crazy. I was like, orphan? My mom's still alive and I'm 30 fucking 5. Like, I'm 36 now, but I was 35 at the time. Nope, I'm an orphan. And a part of me died with my dad. So if you feel like your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner, your freaking best friend at work died and a little bit of you died with them, I'm here to tell you, I see you and I stand with you, and I'm so sorry. I hope you can still see me when So, yeah, I posted on Instagram this thing today saying that take a peek at it if you want. It's pretty cool. It's basically just saying that we're never going to be who we used to be, but hopefully we'll enjoy the person we're becoming. But to go back to the whole reason I did this video, Kate Scott, I will tag it, run the dishwasher twice. So she went to her therapist, and her therapist asked her what she was holding her back, and she said, it's the dishes. And her therapist ultimately told her, like, why are there these rules in your life? And I just realized I created all these rules, this shame, this spiral, this perfection that I'm never going to achieve. And what that looks like for me is I stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning, but usually I stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning working. Sometimes I stay up at 3 or 4 in the morning and I make lists that really help me get through my next day. Or I do research for my friends, legal stuff, or I do research for a new plastic vanity I need in my bathroom to hold all my freaking toiletries. It could be like that. But I sleep late, so I sleep until noon almost every single day. And there's this societal thing that tells us that if we sleep past like 8 or 9 o'clock, we're lazy. It doesn't take into account going to bed at 4 or 5. It doesn't take into account how many hours we slept. It's just that early risers get the worm, and early risers are the successful people in life. And so I have spent much, if not most of my life fighting that stigma and blaming myself for not being a morning person and not being a go to bed at 11 p.m. person and doing my best work. Like, I'm going to turn on some music and I'm going to do these pictures and I'm going to get it done. So if you want to join me on this quest to say fuck the rules, whatever that looks like for you, then please write it in the comments. My friend, someone I'm super honored to call a friend, Vicky, who helps run the Boss organization, had said to me that there's something called the impossible task. I was sharing with her that in the last year, the thing for me that's really hard, and it's clean now, so like kudos to me. Kudos is a little reference for Beverly Housewives and OC Housewives and New York Housewives fans. Kudos was Ramona. I did wash my hair recently, but washing my hair is my impossible task. And what she explained to me was that it's the one thing that like just exhausts me beyond all description. It's a production. I have to clean it twice, then condition it, then I have to blow dry it, then I have to style it. And it's just going to get dirty again tomorrow. And so I've started to put it off and put it off and put it off. And like a couple days go by and I'm like, this is really gross. And so it's my impossible task. And so there are no rules. Kate Scott said she laid on the ground over a few of her showers. And now with mental health, medications, she stands up when she takes showers. And so I'm hoping that I'm seeing soon to be 2 therapists, one with another person and then one with solo by myself. I'm on medications and some of them are for mental health. I'm considering weaning off of one of them and relying just on one for emergent situations, mostly for my stomach. I want to be really clear. I would not be considering removing any of these medications if I didn't think it was not partially affecting my gastrointestinal issues, but there are no rules. So if 4 days from now I am trying to wean off of one of my medications, I see that it sucks and I feel worse, then guess what? I can just start taking it again. There are no rules. So for me, it's just the one thing you're going to learn while grieving, and it's that there are no rules. I'm going to put a link to that quick read. I'm going to put a link to my Instagram just so you can see my post from today because I thought it was actually really cool. And then I am actually going to put a link for 2 really, really cool products, and they're really unrelated to what I'm talking about. but I was talking about how business isn't what I want. I use List Perfectly as well as my reseller Genie, and they have made it so that I can do my business. I don't do any of these kind of promo things because people are paying me or because I'm endorsed to do it or anything like that. Like I get like a small affiliate fee, but the reason that I talk about it is because I would not be able to expand my business past what I was currently doing if I didn't have this technology. I would never have had the energy, given what was going on in my life, to do cross posting and to manage my finances and the push to get a credit card. And you guys, I got my LLC in October. I'm officially a company, I'm officially a small business. I have a certificate that says it now. I'm Tiffy Pie LLC. And yes, despite what people think, it is Tiffy Pie all lowercase, just like I wanted. Everyone's like, they're going to definitely uppercase the T for the official license. Nope, all lowercase Tiffy Pie, because that's what I wanted, because I am still that girl that wants the dream the way I want it. So I'll put my link for that, and I think you get a discount off your first month. And they're really great products, but again, I want to tell you why I'm hyping them. The people that own and manage the companies. Amanda and Clara are the owners and the founders of List Perfectly, and Paul and Faith are the owners and founders of My Reseller Genie. And they are 4 people who are some of the best people I've ever met. They check in on me, they promote me, they give me opportunities, and they support me. And that's what doing business is about. I could maybe make more money doing something different. I could probably sign up to do a bunch of affiliate work and stuff. And I just want you guys to know that these are great people. And if you need really effective cost cross listing, and if you want really effective cost for managing your expenses and profits, I'll put a link below for both of those, because they have really been life-changing for me, especially during this period of my life where I barely have the energy to shower or wash my hair, and that sometimes I have to run the dishwasher twice. Fun fact on that, for me that's actually for real, but it's the washing machine. I wash my clothes and then I get too depressed, or however you want to describe it, to get them into the, sorry I was shaking a little bit, to get them, because I'm being really vulnerable, to get them into the dryer in time. And what happens is the clothes get a little musty and you have to run the washing machine again. So for me, I run the washing machine twice. Thank you for listening. If you stayed on this long, I'm going to add everything below, but I'm sorry for what I said when I was grieving.